So I want to give you guys some hints on like how you should approach your Georgia Virtual School class. So when you log into GAVS, you'll see your dashboard and you'll have all your classes here, and you'll also see your to-do list. Your to-do list will have assignments that you need to do. Mine has assignments I need to grade. And then you'll also see coming up, and these are things that are on your calendar. So for example, you can see live learning sessions for all your classes and things like that. You'll want to click on your class. So let's say you're in this Environmental Science A class. You'll want to click on that. Okay, so now I'm in my Environmental Science class, and I can see my to-do list has the assignments that I need to do. Once I've turned those in, these will come off of my to-do list. Okay, I can look here and I can see any important information my teacher has for me. This is our bulletin board, so it's just like a bulletin board in a classroom. It's where your teacher is going to put really important information. Okay, so once you're in the class and you've been working in the class, you'll want to go to modules. And once you've made it to modules, you'll want to go, once you've made it through getting started and all that introduction stuff, you'll want to start at the course introduction module. Now, when you get to this module, pages that I've added for you to make your life easier, I've put little emojis in front of them so they stand out. Okay, so the first thing I have for you here is an extra resources newsletter. So when you click on this, you'll see this newsletter that has tips for all of the assignments in the module, frequently asked questions, videos that I've made for you, and then lots of additional resources about the stuff in this module. So if you are stuck on a concept or something like that, you can always come here. Oh, I don't understand the scientific method very well. Let's check out this video or whatever. So these are definitely really, really good resources for you. Okay. Now I'm going to go back to the module. So I'm going to just hit the back button. And now I see that I have this link here, and this is our content. Okay. So I'm going to go into this content. And this is like our online textbook. I know you have an actual textbook from a textbook publisher, but this is where you should start first, because this is going to have most of our information. It's going to have all of your assignments and things like that. When you get to that online textbook that you have, or that textbook that's actually made from a publisher, that's like a supplemental resource. So let's say, you know, we need to read pages 1 through 3. Okay, this is mostly about the objectives for APES. So let me find something that's actually like content related. Okay, here's the scientific method again. So let's say I don't understand the scientific method very well. I could go to my online textbook and I could look in the index and I could look for scientific method. Okay, so what you'll do is this told us to read pages 1 through 3. So I'll read pages 1 through 3, whatever's in, you know, whatever's that information in 1 through 3. Then I'll say, oh, now I'm supposed to do this top 10 environmental problems discussion. So I'll click on this discussion and I will write a response. Okay, I've got some tips here for you and things like that. And I'll just reply and I'll just write my response. And then I will post to 2 classmates. Okay, then I'll go back and it says I need to read pages 4 through 7. So I'll read pages 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then I'll go back to my module, and now it says 8 and 9. And that's because the reason it's broken into 2 parts is because there was an assignment here and I took it out. So you didn't have to do it. So now it says read page 8 and 9. So I'll read pages 8 and 9. And then it says we have this lab. So the hints page, remember, it's got an emoji in front of it, so that means it's something I made to make your life easier. So you have the handout here. It tells us where to find the module, where to find it in the module. It shows the rubric, any helpful hints, how to make a graph, how to make a lab report, what you should put in each section of your lab report, the post-lab questions, and then lots and lots of frequently asked questions about this assignment. Okay, so this is like, it's your cheat sheet for this assignment. Okay, it's got all this extra information for you. So once you're done with that, you can click next and you've got your lab report, it's ready to go, you can go ahead and submit it. Okay, if you've already submitted a copy, it'll say resubmit, and you can click here and look at the assignment that you submitted and the evaluation for the rubric. You can look at the rubric so you can see exactly what you need to have to earn full points. Okay, so that's that assignment. Then I can go back to modules, and let's see where we're at. Then I'll read pages 10 and 12. So since it's still up, I'll read page 10, 11, and 12. Okay, now for this module, the last thing is this coral reef FRQ, and it's got the what you need to do for that FRQ right here. Okay, so now I look and I see, ooh, there's a page with an emoji. That must mean that's something that Mrs. Crodel has for me to make my life easier. So I'm going to click that, and it's some tips and hints on how to write an FRQ. Then we can click next, and you can submit your FRQ here when you're ready for it. Okay. Now, every module after this first one has a test. Okay, and once we get to the actual meat of the content, you'll start having study guides. And again, every time you see one of these pictures or one of these pages with an emoji, that's something that I've added for you to make your life easier. Okay, so when you see the study guides, they look like this, and they're just tips on like how to do what you need to do for this study guide, for this this module, how to do lots of terms, and then some questions to kind of help you prepare for this exam. I'm not saying that's everything that's on the exam, but it's like the big idea concepts. Okay. You should still definitely review your notes and things like that. So that's a study guide to help you for the exam. Okay. So now let's go back, and you can see all of the modules have pages before each assignment, and they all follow the same pattern. We have the extra resources and the study guide at the top. You have to read some content, then do an assignment, read some content, do an assignment, read some content, do an assignment. If you see any place where there are two pages, two sets of content together, that just means that there was an assignment in the middle of those two, and I just took it out because I didn't think you needed to do it, and I was trying to save you some time. Okay, so that's how the course works. Okay, if you have any questions, you can always ask me questions. And then if you want to know what we're going to cover during the live learning sessions on Monday, you can just go here and you can see, like for example, coming up, we're going to talk about this design and investigate and experiment FRQ. And then any videos or notes will be here. And then the links to the recordings will be over here on the date. Okay, so hopefully that was helpful.